Oh, I did start streaming. Okay, I'm here. What's up, everyone? Freaking crazy morning this morning. Market's up 0.62%. Broke our inclining trend line here. Trying to get towards those all-time highs. May have already hit it. We did hit a new high this morning. See how the market reacts. This could be an important day for the stock market. We've seen breakouts in the past not necessarily work out recently. Excuse me. So let's see if we see some of these breakouts work out. Today, we have Fortinet, which broke out the other day. We have ESNT, which broke out and has been struggling that I remember off the top of my head. So, hey, what's up, Tech? Long time no see, buddy. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff um, that we've been looking at lately. So, NVIDIA's kind of been at a low clip. See it popping higher this morning in the AM. We got Hack. Boot, which is trying to break out into highs here. Looks like it's been trying to do it recently. Not much success, and that's been the story. So let's see how this happens today on a breakout day for the markets. This is a new high for the NASDAQ, ladies and gentlemen. Today, right now, was a new high for the NASDAQ. So I'm sure, let's see if the Qs confirm that. Qs confirm that 187.78 new high. So let's see if we get above 0.6%. That appears to be kind of the threshold right now without knowing the exact numbers. PCTY, we mentioned Trade Desk yesterday. Everything kind of fell off a cliff a little bit yesterday. Getting a gap up this morning, that could be a bad thing. But I think today is a pretty important day, actually. Not the most important day in stock market history, but definitely the most important day we've had in the past little bit here. 0.6% hanging out there. But what's rocking? Daily movers, Unix, Qualcomm, up huge. Wow, look at that weekly candle. Holy crap, what happened to Qualcomm? Late yesterday, what the hell was that? Won't disclose Apple's settlement amount. So Apple settled a lawsuit. Apparently is going to pay Qualcomm some cash. And look at the volume stepping in Qualcomm. That's amazing. Yeah, I didn't know they had a lawsuit with Apple. I really don't care. um, Marvell. Okay. Marvell. They were a winner there for a while. Yeah. Marvell. Well, we got 25 here. What was this? 25 puts us here. So getting up there in the 36 territory pretty quick with Marvell. There's a cup and handle. Pretty deep cup and handle. Very small. Intel breaking out today. Why? Did they have earnings? Unveils plans to exit 5G smartphone modem business. Okay. Weird. All right, so let's see what's going on. We had Match.com just fall apart yesterday. Volume wasn't horrendous, but it was pretty bad. Biggest sell volume we've seen in quite some time after a decent breakout day the day before here. Match boot, TTD, INSG, still holding those lows. Fox continuing to go into new highs. And volume continues to increase on the way up. It's actually pretty good. Looks like a potential cup base breakout and up about 3%. So that's moving away pretty quickly from the 5% threshold. Skyworks pulling in 1.18% after a pretty good day yesterday. We had a nice run at the end of the day, pulling back to that level. So let's see if we're able to to get back there on Skyworks, but we've kind of been breaking out here for the past few days, so it's not much of a pullback. Being bought up a little bit already. Huge volume on that 5-minute candle. Already at 200,000, about a minute left in that particular candle. So could be a decent place to try to enter. Nvidia, that's Acacia now. Nvidia we mentioned the other day, buying on the pullback. That would paid off pretty well right there. Twilio, yesterday caving at the end of the day. A lot of stocks did that. I'm not sure what that's in reaction to, but the market gap up this morning is nice and encouraging. So we're not seeing things gap up or gap down much today. INS. Another potential entry point here on INS. And each time this thing has run a decent amount. Not quite a measured move there. So you can probably assume maybe get up to like 42 on INS in the next pop-up. What's up, Ted? What's up, Rob? WGO. Yeah, that's... Where is that at? It's dropping down a little bit today. Finally resting. Oh, no, it's not. My eyes aren't working is what's happening. So, Winnebago, nice and strong. Nothing wrong. A little bit of stalling out this morning. We'll see how that plays out. Stalled a few days ago here. You can see it went off to a gangbuster start, pulled back. Gapped up, went down, and then up yesterday. And then now here we're kind of up into recent highs. Winnebago working very good. Nothing wrong. Fortinet pulling back a potential entry point. Potential place to enter on a pullback on a Fortinet if you're interested. May pull back a little bit more. We'll see, but and Twilio pulling in a little more this morning. Market not rallying anymore. Still up 0.56%, however. So we'll see how that happens, how that occurs. But Domino's Pizza, VFF getting that 3%. Wow, look at that drop yesterday. Clunk. And you see why it's been so weak. And then just a huge failure there through that 50-day moving average. Looks like it did find some support in it. Consumer discretionary stocks climbing. Short seller Citron slaps firm with $1 price target from Citron VFF. That's what's been happening. Citron's been shorting it ahead of their announcement. Sons of bitches. Diamond Offshore Match.com. Looks like holding their own around this area. No major breakouts today that I can see. Fox F just continuing with its higher action. INSG not breaking down is a good sign, but still not really rallying much. Want to see a good rally at INSG. It's not happening yet. Trade Desk looking pretty good. Still not breaking out. Gave it up yesterday. We'll see what happens the rest of the week. Still nothing major to be excited about here at up 0.56, new highs in the Nasdaq. Still nothing to be excited about. Come on, Global Watch, let's give us something. Domino's Pizza not too bad on the weekly chart. Daily chart looks like it's trying to maybe round back up. See decent volume actually. Average volume increasing here without going down, so I would view that as a positive. So maybe Domino's going up here trying to test that 305 level. 300, 305 would put this at $5. 15, 25, 35, 45. Not too bad. Whoops. Hit the wrong one. Got part of my app working here, guys. Streaming in some trades. That's been going all night long. Woohoo! A little bit of work. Nothing crazy. Okay, let's get back to the thing there. Rob has a question on FOXF if it's good for a buy point. So here's the buy point is my red line. You can buy within 5% of that buy point and still remain okay. You don't want to buy past 5% because you run the risk of being shaken out in a pullback. You don't want to be shaken out in a pullback, but you do run that risk. So to be quite honest with you, Rob, I always struggle with these that just go straight through a buy point because I haven't really traded too many cup bases like that. And it's always difficult for me to just buy, especially if there's no major breakout day, which we don't have here. We've got decent days on Fox Factory, whatever, but no major breakout day. So this could go up 100% without me, and I may never get in because it doesn't really hit my signals. So, but like I said, you can buy within 5%, but we don't have breakout volume. So it is susceptible to a pullback. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. So I would say if you want it, Rob, I would lean into it, start taking partial positions, and then and then start adding to it if it works or something like that, a pullback to this 10-day moving average. Because look at the 10-day, it's been respectful of the 10-day. Hasn't really closed beneath it there a little bit, but look at the day. It was a pretty good support day, and the volume was really low on that pullback day. This closed right on the 10-day. This closed on the 10-day as well, and it just kind of has never come back. So I think a pullback to the 10-day could be another entry point. Ted, I'm not in Winnebago, and I'm kind of annoyed by it that I'm not in it. I've been looking at it even before you mentioned the numbers. I've been looking at it for a while because this is one of my setups that I really like. I think last time I ran the numbers though, it wasn't great for my from my risk reward perspective on my options, on the option side of the thing. So there's like a technical perspective and there's like an options perspective to my larger trading strategy. And it just didn't hit the profit criteria. So I didn't trade it. Also, anyway, that was about it. There's really no major also. But it's really hard for me not to pull the trigger down here. And now I'm regretting not pulling the trigger, obviously. But, anyway, that's been on my... I have a lot of stocks that I look at. Oh, 3 times. How are you getting 3 times margin on Winnebago? Usually get 4 times margin for day trading and only 2 times margin for holding overnight. But 3 times margin, I'm not aware of how to do that. Yeah, this is great. I'm not sure where you entered, but I mean, this is a great trade. So like we talked about 35, I'm like, don't arbitrarily close a position waiting for a pullback in the stock market. If you're going to swing a trade, and that sounds like that's what you're doing. So good job. And hey, sometimes you just kind of hit one that works, and I think this is one of those circumstances. But Golden Cross here actually for Winnebago. You can see the 50 and the 200-day moving average is right there, crossing. So we're going to see an expansion. Usually when that happens, you start to see longer runs start to happen. When you start to see these moving averages run parallel, just like here on the Nasdaq. Here's the 50 crossing over the 200 and the 10-day. So they're going to start running parallel. I'm not saying we're just going to continue running up, but we're going to continue running up, and these moving averages are going to expand and have a gap between them. I'm trying to think of a good example. Actually, Boeing. I mean, anything in a huge uptrend is a good example. But you can probably take Boeing before they started to base right here. see the distance between the moving averages here, the 50, so the 10 hugging the price, the 50 beneath it, and the 200 well beneath it. And you can kind of see right there, this is the 50, this is the 200, the 10-day I don't have on the weekly chart. But you can see where they expand right there. That's when you start to get really interested for very longer term trades. And let's just say you held this until those moving averages crossed again. You'd be going from 132 to 344 over the course of about 2 years. So you can do that almost with any larger leading stock. That's not a strategy I employ, but I mean, I've seen that time and time again on good stocks, but it has to be a good stock in my opinion. In my opinion, you can't do swing trades like that with just garbage stocks. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And you can see those entries are few and far between. So when you get them, it could be pretty advantageous to just hold with it. So Winnebago looks like they had a little bit of expansion here, and then they had a kind of a really deep pullback, then another expansion. You can use our other sell markers too, I guess, if you wanted to on something like this. But yeah, so far Winnebago is doing really good. All right, NASDAQ up 0.5%. Still not seeing, I mean, nothing's like hitting that criteria for me. Or like PCTY was looking really good yesterday, and it did have good volume yesterday. We can look at the chart, but it pulled back tremendously. There's still a little bit of trepidation up here, and it's going to be a stock picker's market. You got to be on the right one at the right time to really do something. I'd say pulling back on Fortinet. Fortinet, one of the better looking breakouts as of late, and you're about within 5% on Fortinet. I would argue you're a little bit you're at about 6%. Like I said, I would argue this could be a decent entry point for Fortinet. It does have earnings coming up, 5.2. Keep that in mind. But we haven't seen too many breakouts work lately. Oh, here we go. Hold on a second. My desk is a disaster. I just cannot get organized. I want to look up that list we wrote on the IBD 50 with all those breakouts the other day. I think this is the list. If that paper sounds annoying, let me know, and I'll never do it again. There it is. I can see on the mic, maybe that paper sound is the worst thing in the world to you guys. Let me know if that's really super annoying. Let's go through this list again. PNW. Last night, Rob? I don't remember either. PANW, again, no breakout volume. Well, I guess we did have a breakout volume on the cup, but the handle was after the breakout, which is usually weird. KLAC. I'm actually going to just go to the weekly chart. Let's just zoom into the weekly chart for this one. KLAC in highs, volume not tremendous and not really continuing moving. INCY. Ooh, pulling back in the past 2 weeks, so screw that one. SPLK. Not doing much. INTU. Holy crap, look at that. Bam, into it. Not really breaking up too hard into new highs. Team, still stagnant up there. ATHM. These are all ones that had buy points from Monday. This one looking intriguing. Actually, let me just do it here. Okay, so Auto Home. 111.7 was their entry point. And we're past that. Not by much, though. So that one could still be buyable. The reason being, Ted, is because the rule set that's a William O'Neill thing. So most of I can't say all the stuff. William O'Neill doesn't talk head and shoulders. William O'Neill doesn't talk ascending triangles, descending triangles. But if you look at just raw William O'Neill trading rules, which is how to make money in stocks, investors.com, he's a swing trader. He wants to buy once and get the entire move. And what he noticed, and you can read this on How to Make Money in Stocks regarding the 8-week hold rule, is that he noticed that these stocks would go up 20% really quickly, have really sharp pullbacks, and then go on to make bigger gains, 40, 50, 60%. And didn't really hit any sell criteria technically to his strategy. So he came up with this 8-week hold rule, and it's worked pretty well for him. And the psychology behind that is the institutions run it up really quickly. People take very quick profits, and Autohome's running as I'm speaking right now. And then the institutions step back in and bring it up further. And so that's the 8-week hold rule. But again, William O'Neill's not about guessing. He's not about pullbacks. He'll add on a pullback, but he won't sell his position because, like Jesse Livermore said, you're nothing without your position, if you remember that. So you're nothing without your position. Why give up your position? So he usually has cash on hand. Very rarely is he fully invested. And he would add to a position potentially on a pullback to the 50-day moving average or something of that nature. So that's the reason for the 8-week hold rule. Autohome getting with it this morning. It's looking pretty decent. Still don't quite know what the thing is with Autohome, but it's rocking. All right, Paycom. This one so far not falling, which is good. Earnings are coming up, although I can't imagine a scenario where it just gaps up. 430, so a couple of weeks away for Paycom. MGP. So this one broke out here on our trend line right there. And doesn't really look like good breakout volume on MGP. WLTW. This is the weird flat base with the weird island day that just sits up there in the middle of nothing. Inverted head and shoulders on 5. Oh, yeah. What's up with that one? Did break out. Volume is good. Yeah, good point. There's another inverted head and shoulders, too. Yeah, this one up to 158. Oh, yeah, I like this pen much better. Bought new pens last night. I hate the pens I bought. Yeah, this one's looking pretty good. It's a little extended from that breakout point. Have we not looked at this since it broke out? Did I not have an alert on this? Oh, stupid. That was a good day. Oh, I think when I looked at it, it was probably pulling back with the rest of the market. What's our thing on it? 158. That's not too bad. That's only 80% though. Sucks without my tool. I don't think Eli's here, but we gotta fix that. I can't do anything. You have a good tool and it goes down and you like feel hopeless. Okay, let's keep going with this. But yeah, 5 definitely pretty good right there if you're just trading stock. Looks like it's potentially still buyable. Actually made just out of buy range. Come on, man. Give me the fucking tool. 5.12%, getting out of buy range pretty quick, and yes, very good volume on 5. We had mTOR here trying to break out. May have had volume. Doesn't look like an Amazon. No breakout volume, but definitely getting on with moving higher. Amazon was 2050. Oh, that's at the top. You can play Amazon getting back to 2050. That could be good. MTZ getting on. We got 5187 on that one. So that's broken out right there. I'm not quite sure what they're calling that. BERY. See, I'm intrigued by HubSpot's pattern, nice and tight. That one has a 180.10 buy point. I'm intrigued by that one. Does have earnings coming up though. Save, Spirit Airlines. What do you have there? 64.86. Man, some of these buy points are weird from IBD lately. GLW, this one's looking good. What's GLW? 35.41. See, these buy points are stupid. I have no idea what the hell these people are talking about. Oh, this must be 31. So, okay, so they're talking this is a flat base. Okay. Maybe this isn't so dumb. Yeah, this one not looking too bad. Volume here today, not too good. Earnings very, very shortly, 4:30. So that gives us 1 week, 1.5 weeks with GLW here. Good action this morning. Not quite sure volumes on our side quite yet, but it could come back in. But that one's looks like it may have already hit an alert level. Nope, not quite. Oh yeah, it looks like it did. This actually did this morning. Kind of touched that alert level that I have there. So I have an alert there for GLW. And I had that one circled too. Manpower this morning. Gapping up, giving a bunch back though. 35.41. What? No, 145.19. Again, no breakout volume there. And M-Chip giving a lot up. That's the thing. 0.38 on the NASDAQ. See, I'm pretty heavy cash on my account. And there's just nothing really like setting up. Just begging for a trade. And it's not what I want it to be. So I'm trying not to arbitrarily take positions. But yeah, there was another inverted head and shoulders that we looked at. Let's go. Let's just click through and see what's what. This one hadn't broken out yet from my recollection. There's another one on the transports. Ooh, the transports. That's good. Transports breaking out is huge today. This is the NASDAQ Transports Index. Transports typically lead the market. We're a consumer-based economy, so when stuff gets shipped, they use transportation. And when those go up, the market tends to follow. Transports actually let us down, too. As a matter of fact, CGC, not looking too bad. Yes, James. TTMI, not bad. INS. Not right now, James. Are you dressed? You're not even dressed, so. The answer would still be no, it's too early. There's kind of an inverted head and shoulders, but not the one I'm looking for. And things are jumping all over the place. Silica's still in its channel. THO has almost an inverted head. Now that I'm looking for inverted head and shoulders, I can see them all over the place. Really need to get some Winnebago. Well, that time for me is past, Ted. I've got my window of opportunity for my strategy, and it's gone. Skyworks definitely one of them. In terms of a inverted head and shoulders. Is that the one? It could be the one. Somehow it's not ringing 100% true for me there. WDR, SNCR, Baidu. Ooh, TD. That's actually looking pretty good right there. Looks like that broke out yesterday. The day before. Yeah, kind of yesterday, I guess. And volume was okay. Yeah, this one's actually not looking bad for a run. I mean, look at that volume, though. That's crazy. I don't like... That's a little scary. So I guess your breakout point on this one would be here. This one looks intriguing, though. Yeah, I like this pen much better. Yes, I'm talking about a pen. TD 0.55. There you go. That one's looking pretty good today. Charter, another one trying to break out of a longer term trend line right there. This doesn't have what I need from them, though. What the hell? Stuff's jumping around on me like mad. Even doing this isn't working out for me. CME Group with a kind of a flaggy thing going on there. Lope. Interesting. Damn. Get stuck in the trenches here and you just... I guarantee I'm looking at the same symbol 3 times and missing 3 other symbols. Ah, nice, Ted. So the RV industry lost market share as of the economy, I'm assuming is what you're referring to. But within the RV industry, Winnebago's gaining market share. Okay. Coors never likes to load right. Ooh, SendGrid. What the oh, IAC. Cup and handle. That is nice. Wait for that thing to break out. That's freaking gorgeous. Now I gotta find on this damn chart again. There we go. Alright, PKG looks like horrible garbage. NASDAQ pulling in 0.13%. No wonder I've got so much cash. So that's the thing. We hit all-time highs. This is an important day. Or how is it going to handle that? The sequence of events for the next couple of weeks, month or two, is probably going to be one in which we really want to listen to the market. The problem is right now we're not like running into highs. Everything's kind of like I would like to see what is making that NASDAQ go into highs. Because it's not, Apple's below the high. Amazon's below the high. So it's running a bunch of the medium-sized stocks, and I'm not sure if that's particularly healthy or unhealthy. There's 5 again. Keep seeing the same damn stocks over and over again. Our buddy MJ looks like, selling off a bunch this morning on the right-hand chart there. Eek. Not good. Arista Networks, AZPN. There's 5 again. Look at the same damn stocks over and over. RXN here with the inverted head and shoulders pattern. Trip with a pretty clear downward trending channel line. Oh, there's CERN has an inverted head and shoulders with an island bottom at that. Garmin looks like it's given up a little bit here. Starbucks pulling back. Could maybe look for an entry on a... Come on, man. There we go. Maybe Starbucks, maybe a pullback to the 50 would be a nice entry point. Again, RXN with a... There's an inverted head and shoulders on RXN. Not a classic O'Neill pattern, but... And a lot of volume on the right-hand side of that chart, too. Fox giving up a little bit. PayPal, frozen rope on the way up, man. Look at that. That's crazy. There it is, SIVB. Had to do a lot of work to find it. SIVB, inverted head and shoulders. So boom, there it is, SIVB. That's the other one I was looking at. Chip makers. Intel at highs. AMD dying this morning. NVIDIA pretty neutral to the whole thing, but dying this morning a little bit too. What's another chip stock? I don't know. Go to some IBD stuff. The hell's in my shopping cart? Oh, they just put something in my shopping cart. Okay. NVIDIA. Mellanox MPWR appears to be number one in this industry group. Already in the highs, but selling off a little bit. NASDAQ 0.1%. We've given up 0.5%. Ooh, INSG. Oh, wow. Kaboom. Oh, well, let it settle out. CRISPR, and let's see what's not working today. I'm sure we'll get to that one again. CRISPR, looking at it the other day or yesterday, and it gave all that up. I never did take any positions. And getting lower with a quickness here. It's finding some support. It's been supported there 3 times now, but we'll see what happens there. Amarin giving it up. Wow. See, that's the thing at these highs, man. Twilio giving it up. Oh, what's happening with Twilio? That may negate my Twilio trade. That reversal yesterday appears to have been a thing. So yeah, market reversing here. See if it's just a shakeout or if it's something a little bit more ominous. Like I said, not a whole lot is begging for entries right now. So NASDAQ highs is big news. People are going to take a look at that and maybe take profits, and you see how that behaves. We're obviously not running up. People aren't that excited about the market here, which probably bodes well longer term. If they were too excited, we probably will get a nice rally, but I don't know if it would necessarily keep us healthy for the next foreseeable future there. But yeah, Twilio at that 50-day moving average right now. So we'll see how this handles it. And we're probably going to go negative today, I would assume. But still, look, yeah, nothing's begging for entry. I don't like the looks of this thing. All right, got out of Twilio. I got out of match yesterday in the nick of time. And the only other thing I got here is Fortinet. I mean, do I exit this position? God, that's tough. I'm up pretty big in it. I don't want to let the gains go. Yeah, I really don't want to let those gains go if I can avoid it. Man, I'm up pretty big. It's like 50%. Tough one. Tough one. I got this till January, too, and it's such a good entry point. There we go. Market reversing a little bit. Again, not selling off en masse. Same way on the way up. There's just not a lot. I guess I've reduced my exposure on a number of places. Yeah, I'll hold this one for a little bit. I'll see how it works out. I do have some profits, 53% worth, so I could definitely endure a pullback of pretty good proportion. This is a leap too. I got this till January, so. All right, I'll hold that one. Most everything else was shorter term. And that basically puts me in cash except for my TQQQ position, my long-term MJ holds, which aren't looking so great right now. And Fortinet, and a Flyer and Riot, and a VFF trade that's going to expire worthless. See if I'll even get $1 out of that VFF trade. I may not even get $1 out of that trade. Ooh, estimated proceeds $8. Yeah, I guess I'll take $8. Please check the number of shares you entered to resubmit your order. I did it through you guys, you idiots. How do you... Okay, so you're saying I have 3, but you won't let me close 3. Yeah, right. All right, well, screw you, E-Trade. I guess I'll let that option seller keep my $8. Because frickin' E-Trade doesn't know what the hell it's doing. How's the green flag for? Very confused. All right. On the flip side of that, maybe you start looking for some potential opportunities. You know, always got to keep an eye open, but you know, not rushing. Skyworks pulling back could be an interesting opportunity. I say Twilio bouncing back up. Of course, it's going to bounce up. I just sold it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I made... Okay. All right, cool. Profitable trade is a profitable trade. I like it. Man, nothing's screaming at me here. We just got to wait the market out and see what it's going to do. Again, no major setups have been working other than Fortinet. That's the only one that really had a setup and it worked. Good breakout volume, not a lot of follow through. So it has had okay follow through. I mean, not tremendous follow through, but this is the only one. Got up about 10%. Can't argue that. 9.2%. Can't argue that at all. And then a little pullback here. Yeah, it could be a little entry point for Fortinet. I mean, it's good. Not fantastic, but very good. And one of the few that is, other than the ones that are continually running, such as Starbucks, O'Reilly, PayPal, which we just saw a little bit ago in a frozen rope since the beginning of the year. I mean, what else is just frozen roping its way up, you know? Apple's been kind of a frozen rope lately, here recently, since that little breakout. That's a trade I should have taken. That's Oh well. Google, they had this one in a cup and handle. They have Amazon, and I think it was a cup with handle. I think. I forget what they said about Amazon. I didn't quite see it myself. Um, Nvidia coming out of lows is intriguing. No major pattern there, however. AMD just kind of churning its way up. Intel was at highs already. And good volume so far. Look at that. Basically, 45 minutes into the session, we're already at about half of average volume. It's pretty good. Match.com potentially not giving up too much. Being supported by all of the moving averages so far, it looks like. That one could be interesting going forward. This one is kind of sitting in highs. A cup base without a major breakout, and then another base. So this would be a base on base formation for match. So see if we get another breakout past this 6084 level, 6085 level. And that's it. NASDAQ 0.16%. Think I'm bailing, guys, unless you guys have anything you want me to look at. Let's see what's dying on the vine today. Anything intriguing? Tandem, Funko giving it up. Funko, they be giving it up. You say what? Okay, CRISPR, Coop, DocuSign giving it up today. Carvana, frozen rope pattern started kind of losing momentum. You see how it angles a little bit less aggressively. That can't be good. Jazz Pharmaceuticals giving it up. Amarin giving it up. Excel giving it up. Cyber not really giving it up, but this I believe is a cybersecurity play. And it looks like you've got kind of a channel happening here in cyber. So if we get down here towards this level, I'm just going to put a little alert. This could be a potential nice little rally to the top of whatever channel this gets thrown into. But it's up a tremendous amount from its breakout point. I'm talking about 40%. A larger base could be due for cyber. I think this is the cyber Trump talks about, by the way. The cyber. Massey, Amarin, here, MEDP. Alexion Pharmaceuticals backing away from that 140 level you see in the weekly chart. 140 has been a line of resistance. MEDP, Amarin again. Regeneron, ew, ugly. Twilio, not so bad, but definitely weaker than I want it to be. Temis, Edward Life Sciences giving it up. AMRN again. I fucking hate that. Twilio, Temis, AMRN, go away, you piece of garbage. I don't want to look at you anymore. INSG, 5N. MDCO, maybe, as it kind of pulls back in not spectacular fashion. That one's not too bad. Looking for potential pullback buys. Again, I think Skyworks could be a potential good pullback buy. Workday here, maybe if we can get down towards that 180, 185 level, that could be a decent buy. Ooh, CDW pulling back. We'll see how the volume ends up here today, but that could be an interesting pullback buy. That one, not really, no major pattern with that one at all, so that's a little difficult. Shen, no thank you. See, I've been looking for something to go heavy in, and I just can't find it. I just can't find it. Nothing to go heavy in. Nothing gives you that confidence of, oh yeah, this is going to work. TTD, we talked about this one a lot yesterday, gave it up, but still within trend. This one could definitely be a potential. TTD, we have TD and TTD. Oh, soy, intriguing. No major selling as of late. Decent volume on the weekly. 1 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would kind of qualify as a flat base. Looks like it is kind of breaking out. Up about 5.2% right now. Not the best. I will say not the best. EPAM. Stitch Fix. No, not really. I don't know. At least not on my watch list. I guess I need to get some new blood into my watch list or something. I don't mind that SIVB on the breakout of that inverted head and shoulders pattern, but other than that, not super interested in that. Yeah, it's got to break that neckline. Yeah, you got to set. You got to know when you're going to exit a position. It's paramount in trading. Nasdaq 0.22% getting a little bit back. I was liking that INSG pattern too. I mean, hopefully it's just a one-day event and we'll be back and we'll get a better entry point hopefully. FTNT looking pretty good here. I mean, that's like the only thing that isn't either gone or in the middle of nothing or moving lower. PLNT maybe. This one on a pullback could be good. That one with refusal to go down. So on down days, stocks like that are, could be good to pick up. EDU towards the low part of its range, maybe. OTEX RP, real page looks like trying to V out of a low there, forming a cup. Not really a handle though. I have an alert on race at that prior high that so far it's not really interested in doing. Paycom on a pullback to that trend line could be interesting. VIPS, UBNT, man, this thing just nonstop. IBD said, yeah, please take some profits in this. It's up a tremendous amount. Look at that weekly. It looks like parabolic move from 20 to 180. Well, not 20. It's called 35 to 180. I love that. I love their products too for UBNT. I should have made some money on them. Square not working. Boeing still in the midst of the 737 debacle, so can't really play with that one. MTZ trying to break that trend line. I do like these, but that one's pretty wide overall. CDNS. Yeah, definitely too extended to get involved there. Service now rolling over. We'll see how they do over the next coming weeks. Maybe that'll create another base for an entry. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce. Just really, the market we need a break for like 2 months is what we need. Just a break. We need to chill. We need to calm down. Things need to base out. We just need some bases to buy off of. We need something. And that's the problem right now is it's not that. We still have kind of weak breakouts that are working, but nothing. See, here's the thing. Not every strategy works in every market environment. And this is a market environment where a breakout strategy is more tricky right now. We had really good trading a couple of months ago. And now we're into just some weirdness again, which is why I'm back to, mostly cash, except for my long-term hold in the TQs. What is that? I'm over 70% cash easily. You take that MJ position out the way, I'm really mostly cash because Fortinet's the only major position I've got. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here today. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Hopefully the NASDAQ can come back, but I don't see anything really worth dumping a bunch of money into. Fortinet's really the only thing. Maybe I should layer into that position a little bit more. that is probably the best thing to do at this point in time. So maybe I'll make a decision later today about that. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Why did I click that? I don't know. Goodbye.